Hi everyone, hoping you're having a good start to your week. Pastor Grayson here, and I just want to talk to you about some things on the pastor page about what's happened and what's going on. Well, a couple Sundays ago, on Friday Harbor, we were at Karen's house. I don't know Karen's last name, but her husband was a former firefighter and he passed away. And unfortunately, during the time that he passed away to that Sunday, her house has become sort of unruly. And we were there, and we had opportunities to clear out her gutters, and clear out her roof. Actually, that's how bad it was. And some of the guys actually ripped off her old deck and put a new one in. And it was such a blessing because the weather was so clear. And the true blessing, though, came down from when we talked to her. She was so appreciative of the work we were doing and the community service, and just the fact that there were people around her who cared about her situation, cared about her home, cared about just her as a person. And it's beautiful when we can do things like that. Well, this past Sunday, we did something similar on Orcas. We had the clothing bank, and what is awesome about that is that we gather all these clothes throughout the year, and on a Sunday, actually on Tuesday, we start putting them out in the gym, and it takes several hours, days to put all these clothes folded nicely on the table and sort through them. And on Sunday, you should just see the happy faces of everyone who's come through. Just appreciative for the opportunity to get the appropriate clothes for the children, for their families, for themselves. And it was such a blessing to be there, just to interact and connect with everyone. And it was so cool to see everyone grab not just one bag, but two bags, sometimes three. And it was so good. Coming up next couple weeks, in a couple months, and upcoming year, I just want to think about how can we continue to serve a community. There's the church business side where it helps to create good visibility for church, but more importantly, it's about being able to connect with those around us and knowing what's going on, speaking with them, talking with them, being with them. And all these events and things we do help to build the community up and get to know them and them to know us, and through us to get to know Jesus. This past Sunday, I had this great devotional in the morning, and it's found in Job chapter 9. And it sounds kind of weird at first because this is Job responding back to this question. And it says, "How can we mere mortals prove their innocence before God? Though they wished to defeat him, they could not answer him one time out of 1,000." See, I read this and I think, man, Job does not know the promise of Jesus yet. I mean, that's not known. He doesn't know the promise of the Messiah. And he's saying that how can anyone stand before God and be right? Well, praise the Lord that Jesus is there, because in Zechariah 3, it gives a little bit of a understanding of what it's like to have Jesus on your side. And it says, Zechariah 3, verse 2, "Then the Lord said to Satan, 'The Lord rebuke you, Satan. The Lord who has chosen Jerusalem rebuke you. Is this not this man burning sticks snatched from the fire?' Now Joshua was dressed in filthy clothes as he stood before the angel. The angel said to those who were standing before him, 'Take off his filthy clothes.' Then he said to Joshua, 'See, I have taken away your sin, and I have put fine garments on you.'" This is the picture that we get. The accuser brings us in front of Satan, and we know from Job's passage, none of us can really stand in front of God. And yet, here is God saying, "It's okay. I will make you able to stand in front of me." Now, that picture of God is what the world is missing, and they can see that through you. So, go out today, help speak into the lives of the people, and may God bless you.